The history of the golf ball is a fascinating journey that has evolved over centuries. The earliest golf balls were made of leather and stuffed with feathers. These featherie balls were handcrafted and quite expensive to produce. The process involved stuffing a leather pouch with boiled feathers and then sewing it up. As the feathers expanded, the ball took shape. Modern golf balls continue to incorporate advanced materials and technologies. Urethane covers, high-density cores, and aerodynamic enhancements are some of the features that contribute to the performance of today's golf balls. Today, the golf ball market brings in around $550 million in annual sales, with over 850 million golf balls being manufactured and shipped every year. The core is the innermost part of the golf ball and plays a crucial role in determining its performance characteristics. Cores are typically made of synthetic rubber compounds called polybutadiene. This material has a high ratio of restitution in addition to having outstanding stability and lifespan. This leads to a high ball speed since it can distort on impact and swiftly return to its original shape. Polymerization is the process that gives polybutadiene. Although there are many different kinds of polymerization, solution polymerization is the process that produces the material of their choice. The polybutadiene rubber is manufactured and blended per the intended formulation, adding any necessary fillers or additives. The mixture then looks like cake batter because it has usually been heated and softer for easy processing. The prepared polybutadiene material is then fed into a series of calendering rollers, which are typically made of steel or other durable materials. Sheets of the material are blown out from the rollers. The next stage is to cut or punch out cylindrical slugs from the sheet material once the sheets have been produced. These slugs are made using specialized cutting or punching machinery. After that, a conveyor carries the slugs to a compression molding machine. A worker inserts the slugs into the steel molds in this location. Over a ton of pressure is applied as the door closes because the bottom of the mold presses against the top. The temperature of the freshly rounded rubber is 160 degrees Celsius as well. To harden the rubber, this is done for 13 minutes. A worker covers the mold with a piece of slotted plexiglass once the cores have cooled with water. This keeps the remaining trimmings in check, allowing the vacuum to gather up only the ball forms. The golf ball's cover, or casing, is manufactured independently. Although the casing material can be changed, urethane or an ionomer resin blend is frequently used. After being heated, the case material is divided into two hemispheres, which are referred to as the top and bottom halves. One of the hemispheres that makes up the case contains the core. To facilitate the bonding process, a unique adhesive or primer is frequently applied to the internal surface of the casing. After that, the other hemisphere is positioned on top, and extreme pressure is applied to the two hemispheres to create a strong connection. Once more, the bonded core and casing are put into a compression mold. The inner surface of the mold is engraved with the appropriate golf ball form and features a dimple pattern. The ball's aerodynamics depend heavily on its dimples since they provide lift and lessen drag when in flight. Depending on the golf ball's model and brand, dimple patterns can change. The ball takes on its final shape when heat and pressure are applied to the mold, squeezing the shell and core together. After the compression molding, the golf balls are removed from the mold and are on the move. They roll into a bin which funnels them into a golf ball elevator. The excess material, known as the flash, is trimmed away. This is done through an automatic miller which removes the excess plastic. The surface of the golf ball is then polished to ensure a smooth and consistent finish. The golf balls then undergo rigorous quality control checks. This involves measuring the ball's size, weight, and compression in addition to looking for any aesthetic flaws. The factories use robotic arms to move the balls through a shot entryway as one method of doing this. The ball will not pass through this hole if it is not uniformly smooth. The golf balls that satisfy the requirements are the only ones that advance to the next round. Balls are rolled by a wheel in the direction of a stamping machine. Robotic arms carry silicon pads to an etched steel plate. After the balls are branded with a company name, player number, and ball type, ultraviolet light hardens the ink. Then an automated machine sprays the ball with polyurethane while they rotate atop spindles. The balls are finally done and are packaged and shipped for sale. A completed golf ball can have anywhere from 300 to 500 dimples. If you like the video, subscribe to our channel and let us know in the comments what our next video should be about.